How are you all doing? Ralfy here, Ralfy Customs. Onwards and upwards with Jock's Dyna build. We're going to build the headstock. So if you like machining, put your feet up, make a brew, have a biscuit, whatever. Let's do it. Righto, I've drafted a drawing. I have to draw these every time because I used to do it on the post-it notes and fucking lose it, or it'd be buried, or I've thrown them away now, which I wish I'd not done, to be honest. Anyway, if you know, you know. So we've got a chunk of fucking rod, hydraulic rod, we're going to make the cups out of, and we've got this lovely thick wall tube that we make the stem of it out of, this middle bit out of. And according to my memory and calculations, that's what the interior, all this detailing is fucking bob on. So I'll see if I can cut this. I've just put a new blade in the bandsaw. I know I can machine it because I've tried a bit. I might machine the old chrome off it and see if I can cut it in the bandsaw. Failing that, it could be a case of machining them and parting them off. Yeah, we'll see. I'm just machining that hard chrome off, and my drawing states 59mm for this outside diameter, but the tolerances are quite extreme. I could do 58 and it'd be absolutely fucking pucker. So on 58 and a half, look, on the digital readout. We're going to machine that down to that, up to the vise, flip it round, do the same with the other side, and then go and cut 2 slugs off with a brand new bandsaw blade, because there's a bit much hanging out to be dealing with. Yeah, we want it snugged up to the vise more, to the chuck more. So that's what we're on with. Right, we're one of that. Well, 2 of those. Well, 3 of those actually. I've got 3 of these blanks cut because I need 4, because I need to do my Dyna as well, don't I? So I'm just facing the end up, but I don't need to go all the way to the centre because we're going to machine all of that out. Yeah? We'll break that edge, and now we need to get 30mm up there. So, right out. So, that faced up. See, look, I do have the water on. I've said that already, I think, in the last video. Anyway, let's stop my tailstock from sliding backwards and give this a centre. Fucking hate water. This is a necessary but messy thing. We'll run it through to the 10mm, the pilot drill. Just like so, all the way through, nice and steady, a little bit at a time. It's quite soft in the middle. It's got that odd chrome layer that we have to machine off, as I think you've just seen. So we'll get that through there. Right, now I'm in with this big bastard, and if this goes through from this 10mm, I'll give you the money myself. I think it will. Right. Let's hope that it don't bind up and it's not too much of a squealer, boys. Need to rough an hole out all the way through. We're going to machine all of this away, so we're not too fussed about finish, and we don't want to be here all week, so let's have this through there. But there's some proper Shirley fucking tempos coming off this, ain't there? I'll keep having to stop feeding to break them off like that, otherwise they'll have me. Okay, with that drilled out, we're just taking a cut down to 14mm, which is going to be opened out, hold on, 14 there, right, going to be opened out to 46.5. Let's see what we've got. Got 32.47, I think. Let me just double check that. Hold on, bear with. 32.55. 32.55, I reckon that is. I'll set my digital reader. 32.55, enter. Right, we're on 46 and off. That's 6 mil off. So we go 2 mil at a time. So 34.5. 2 mil cuts, Ralfy. 3 2 mil cuts. Not sure. Let's have a look. Excuse me waffling. No, we'll take it out to 35. See how that behaves. There you go, happy days. Right. I'll get carrying on with this. You can join me nearer the end. Right, this is the penultimate cut. So you're joining me right near the end. Just coming up to 14 deep. Is there. Back that out. And this should take us out to 46.5. Come on, baby. I've had a bit of swab burn me fucking hand. Fucking hell, it's getting warm. Things are getting toasty. Let's whack the water on. Yeah, put your umbrellas up, girls. Here we go. So we'll let that run its course and stand to one side so we don't get drowned. And we want 14 mil at that cut. So, move that, sorry. That camera work. Oh, there we go. Have that out. I like to do a spring pass with the boring bar because it's a stout little fucker, but there's still a bit of flex going on there, you know what I mean? So we'll just run that down again at the same, not alter any settings, like 14. And now break that edge. Wheel. Like that. Right, now what we need to do is measure this accurately. Let me just blow it out, hold on. This we've just done is a relief for the bearing. The size we're about to do now is the bearing size. So if this is at 46.5, we know the tool's bob on. So we're going to get our fucking hell, these things, forgot what they're called. Snap clamps, snap fucking doodahs. Yeah, you know what I mean. We're going to get one of these on the job, have a good proper measure. Right, so I don't like using these. Snap gauge. Push them in, get it in the hole, and then pop it out, mister. Like that. So it's a bit on the cock, so it's longer than it's going to be. Like it's pissed up. Yeah. And then you lock it off, and you tip it out, and it squeezes it to the minimum size. I hope you saw that. And then we'll measure it. I usually do it 3 times because I don't trust myself. Right, with that done, we know X equals 46.7. So we want it to be 50.25. So we can almost get that in one go. We'll go 49, like so, to a depth of 12, I believe this is. So bear with them, just move it up. There you go, boys. Come on, 7, 8, 10, 11. Fucking hell, getting rained on by red hot chips. Come on. Oh, have that out. Now we'll come out to 50.25, which is not an easy number to hit, I don't mind telling you. There we go, same again. Straight in, down to 12 mil. 11, 12, and now we do a spring pass. Not altered anything, just a clean up pass because boring bars bend, don't they? They flex. 11, 12, right. I'll break that edge, and off camera I'll have another measure. Right. I'm struggling to show you like, but I'm getting a measurement of 50.2, and it's the bearing is just not quite scaring me that it's going to go in there on the colt right now, which is what I'm after. So I'm going to take another swing pass, break that edge again, and it should be golden. Let's have it, come on. Oh, see, there is a bit of something, look. Just a bit of fluff. I don't want to put my hand in there with a bit of emerald, to be fair, like. So I'll use the tool. There we go, have that off. Put a little chamfer on here, look, because I'm anticipating it being perfect. There we go. In fact, I'll break that. I'll be happy with a broken edge, thank you. No need to shout, is there? Right. Blow that out. See how that is? Oh, yeah, fucking hell. That wood, just about go in there, so and we'll clean that up a bit better, that edge, and we'll call that done. That bearing will press in there, no problemo. Yeah, happy days. Right, so let's get this bastard down. I'm not bothered about the length because we did that datum thing, remember? So I've just cleaned this up best I can. You can't really see what I'm doing because of the angle, but you know, there you go. And now we'll move along to that 20, minus 20, come on, which is, come on, there. Give myself a mark to work to. And now let's see what size the tool's telling me it is. So we'll do a cut. This needs to be, double check, hold on. Right, we need to go that down to that 20 to 50 mil. This needs to be 50 mil diameter, so fuck off. Red up, look at the colours, I mean they're amazing, aren't they, you know what I mean? If only you could do something with that. Apart from sever a limb. We have now got, well, according to my very near, that is a health there, 5565. So, just let me digital read that again. X 55.65, enter. And we want what? 50. Hook that up, we'll have it off in 2 goes. 2.5, 2.8. So we go. Take it down to 52.8. Bob's your answer. Come on, full cut coming up now. Near the machine working, eh? I'm surprised it's not chipping up, but I'm happy with that. Working as it should be. Down to that 20. Minus 20. Come on, there. Right. Flick off that shit. Again. Down to 50. No fucking fear here, look. Balls deep. 50. Oh bastard, that was hard. Cutting nice, isn't it? It's a bit more behaved, smaller diameter, less feet per second, yada yada yada. Down to 20, which is just coming up. Come on, you fucker. There. Thank you. See you later, alligator. Now we need to come 6 mil this way and take it down to 40. So we've got 10 mil to come off. So we're going to do that in 3.3s. So we're going to go 46.3. Sorry, 46.7ish. Yeah? Right. Come on, baby, look at that. Nothing wrong with that. Down to 26 we said, didn't we? Yeah, so that's just coming up. 27, 20, come on bastard. 26. Thank you. And I will carry on taking it down. We've got 43.3, which is about there, and so on and so forth. Here we go then. This is the final cut. Should be very slightly under, like a 39.99. We've got a go no go gauge that represents the bit of pipe that it's going to fit up, so we'll try that in a minute. Hold on, bear with. 46. Cheers and thanks for coming. Let me break that edge in anticipation of being good and right. And let's bring the fucking go no go in. It's tight. It's hot though, isn't it? Bastard. Sorry, it's fucking hot. It's a nice finish too. Not that you ever are going to see it. 40.13. Having a giraffe. That'll go in. Yeah. That'll go in. When it's cold, that'll be perfect. So now all we've got to do now is dress it up slightly. Oh, and yeah, something else. Alright, so in we come with the button. We're just going to chamfer this edge off. Just going to nudge our way in. Get off. I need to see what I'm doing. Thank you. We're just going to nudge our way in until we're almost on that 50mm. There, look, just touch that. I'll do nicely. Bring that in. Thank you, very glad. Oh. Just attempt to break that edge, which is not the right tool to do it, but I'm focused on getting near that with a file. Thank you, sorted. Right, one last thing is just to clean this hole up, you know, because we only drilled it. Never going to be seen, but we know, don't we? So we'll just take a light cut off there, send that. We'll break the edge when we get out, put a bit of a chamfer on it, just so we know it's a nice machine to finish. Righto, so there's two of those. Take the bearing. That one's still warm. That one's fucking stone cold. And now we need a bit of this tube. The drawing tells us, and my maths double checks, is 128. It's my drawing. I don't want to check my own fucking off. It's 128mm long. So I'll go over to the sun, cut a chunk off, and then we'll have it in the lathe. And we'll tentatively face it to 128mm long. So here we go. We're just finishing off cleaning up that end. There's a bit more hanging out the chuck than I'm happy with, so we're taking it easy. Like a fucking Eagles song. With that done, we can turn it around, try and fucking get it true-ish. Not bad actually. I'll take that. And get this end to clean up, and then we'll have a measure. What we'll do, I'll show you the method. So, in fact, we can get away without cleaning that up. Look. Let me move you. Just like before, when we used the parallels in here, we're going to touch off on the chuck. Vice, fucking Jesus. Touch off on the chuck is good enough for this, and then 0, and then we're going to come along here until we get it in gear, until it says 128. It's that simple. At the minute we're on 129, so I just seesaw, look, nice and gently, seesaw along. So that's 28.5. Yeah, 28.1. So there you go, 28. Get that fluff out of the way. Break that edge. But not that edge. And the reason is I'm going to TIG weld this to the cups I've just made, and I don't want a gap, one of those crisp edge there. So we'll get it over to the vise, give it a clean up, and get welded together. Right, I meant bench, not fucking vise. I don't know. So anyway, with that pressed together, we're going to go around and flash tack in a couple of spots. You'll probably see me. I'm like Max from Swan Valley. Most people put a load of rods out and a tip. A tungsten, one tungsten, a load of rods. I'm the other way. I'm one rod, a load of tungstens because they're just fucking. I'm cruel on them. Anyway, let's see if I can flash tack this in a couple of places. Spin it round. Spin it round. Flip it over. There we go. So, I'll now run round that with a tick, both ends, and that's one finished headstock. Sorted. And there we go. How hot is it? Only fucking. There we go. That's it, in all its glory. There's the headstock, ready to go with the yokes from what might be your previous video, depending on quite whether you remember or quite what's happening. And that'll be good to go when we get chopping the frame up shortly.
Don't forget, folks, our Fuck Stock stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Fuck Stock, you know it makes sense.
Just setting it up. So what I do, this is what I do. Look, I've clamped the headstock in and I've left a gap. I know I've got to rake it out a couple of degrees, so I'm leaving myself a little bit of room. I reckon that'd be sweet as fuck. I've got spacers underneath corresponding parts of the frame, like these bits of box, and I'll measure those, make sure they're all equal, and then I'll tack some retainers on to stop it moving sideways. Yeah, same at the back there. Look, we're sat on something nice and flat, this casting that they actually use for the fucking passenger pillion peg, isn't it? Mad. I'm sorry, not showing you very well. So that'll hold that flat and true. When it comes to the rear, I've got a bit of 25mm EN24, this is, so it's pretty true, and it's good enough, like, you know. And I've wound the adjusters so it's just snug on the back of the swing arm slot. So we've got a little bit of room at the front, yeah, to rake that out. If it's not enough room, we end up moving it back. We can just wind these back, yeah? We can break these tacks here, unweld these from bench, and then that'll still stay in place like that, and then we'll just slide the whole lot back enough to get the rake that we need to get the headstock where we want it. Dead simple-ish. What I'm now going to do is put these spacers through on this bit of rod, and we'll drop them in place, and we'll find out where this needs to be, and that'll get us all central at the back. And then we should be fucking good to go. Righto, quite a while later. Let me just zoom out, hold on. There we go. Quite a while later, we have it restrained. We're clamped up here with a healthy gap to give us a rake. We've dummied up. Look, I'll let you into a secret, look. This is what I do. See that straight edge? We project that out, and then we put that long rule that you've seen that honestly is not a Slim Jim on the end, if you know, you know. Through the headstock, parallel with the headstock, and we measure down. Yeah, and we write that down. We've got 29.5 inch, and we know we want 1.5 inches longer, and even I can work out that that's 31 inches. Yeah? So, we know, we mark on here where the top of this clamp is, and we mark a line. Lots of lines I could do with cleaning it off, I know. And then we can put that roughly back in the same place and cock it out. And we might change it a bit if this line changes, but I don't think it will. It gives us a bit of scope for messing around. I had to make these, 103 these are. The ones I showed you before ain't the right ones, look. So when I nip that up, that'll hold firm on them. Apart from that, everything's about ready to start cutting it up. Sorted. Right. here's where we're at. So we're strapped up, bolted down, welded and fucking clamped. We're going to cut this off here, just somewhere along here, and we're going to put a bit of backbone in, new headstock on the piss, on the, you know, more rake, and then place these front rails. However, before I actually start cutting, I need to rough out an adapter that goes from the new backbone to the old square section here, because you can't just shove it in and weld it up. You need a sleeve of sorts. Now, I was a bit stumped at the best way of doing it, and our total transparency, because I'm grateful, our Simon from Jorvik did one for our Gilbo, one of the Knots lads, and he sent me some photos of this thing that he'd made to go from the square to round. I'll tell you what, it's a fucking work of art, so I'm going to go that way. There's a lot of labour involved, which I'm not sure how that's going to work out for my benefit, like, but we'll have an interesting little side project. There you go. I don't know if you heard that thunk in the background, but that's the slug. Look, I'm doing two because I need one for mine, so we're going to machine this into a bit of a square to round. That's the job. Right, we're going to make this up as we go along. I know that might surprise you if you've watched before. I've tried to work out the proper sizes and shit, and I've not done that well. I could do with drawing it out properly, but I reckon we'll figure it out as we go along. What I do know is that this needs facing up, and the whole thing needs an hole through the middle of 49mm in diameter, so I'll tentatively face this up, and you can join me again when I start making the hole through it. Right, with that done, see, I've not done the centre, because all that's going bye-byes. That's Max over at Swan Valley Machine Shop. Well, just one of his tips. We'll just peck away at this with the centre. I'm a bit daunted at boring out this that big, that deep, like, but we need some play in it. Let's put it that way when it goes together. We don't need it too tight because we need to be able to move it around a bit, and we're going to MIG it, so a bit of a gap won't hurt at all. And we're going with a 10mm pilot. I'll put a bit of oil on, but when I'm not filming, I'll put the water on, put the suds on, because there's quite a bit of drilling to do, like. But here we go, look, bit of oil for the camera, bit of lube for the camera, hey boys, no wrong with that. And just to show I do, look, see how it's flying off the fucking job. That goes everywhere. So I've got my sou'wester on. I feel like I have, but we'll get this done. And now we've slowed it down the room with the big boy, and with a 30mm. So we'll just work this through nice and gently. Should settle down once we get it going proper. It might not, but you can join me once I've got this all the way through, I reckon. I know. With that, I did slow that down, by the way, that drill bit. That fucking tool needs changing. Right, I've just changed this tool out, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, let's have a look. Oh, not too much of a lasser. I was worried that it would be. I think we can live with that. Let's try slowing the feed rate down. But before we do that, we'll just blow out and get a measure, just a rough vernier measure. We're not too fussed at the minute. We've got, I'm going to call that Marjorie 33.25. So I've set my read out. All right, X equals 32.25. Enter. Not easy to do with your left hand, excuse me. Enter. And we want it to be 39, don't we? So let's take it out to 34, just for a clean up, see how it goes like. Let's just squeal up, hold on, fuck that. The 36 then, fuck it. Yeah. I think the slower feed helps a little bit, like, but I've had to have so much tool out that it's kind of inevitable. too happy moving forward. Righto boys, you've joined me as I'm boring out. I'm shouting, but I bet it's not loud to you at all. We're just running the boring bar through and taking this out to 39. This is 36mm this cut, so we're almost there. You can join me as we're finishing up. Right, we're just coming up on 38, which is the size of the tube, and I think with it we want about 40 thou clearance, a millimetre clearance. So I'm going to take it out to 39, which will be a 1mm cut after I've done this one. We're not rushing this, like. I'm going down to 75mm, which is not quite all the way through the material, because I think 39 is getting close to my spindle bore. I'm not sure if there's anything in the way. There's probably not, like, but you know, better safe than sorry. So let's just finish running this off. You can see all the shit that comes out when I withdraw my tool. You can see all the junk that comes out when I withdraw my tool. Look, right, look at that. Not like it's fucking red hot. Right, now 1 more mil. 39. Here we come, boys. Last bit. Just over. Right, here we go. Nice and steady. Happy days. We'll send that. And then we need to machine a taper on the outside of it. Right, with that done, one last thing. I'm going to put a bit of a chamfer on here. Just maybe a bit more than that. Yeah, just for a bit of extra weld prep. Boy, so we've set the compound slide at a guesstimated 15 degrees, and we're going to do a bit of this action to work this into a taper. I think we can leave quite a bit on the end, you know, we need enough for a good weld bead and some. It's just to make this into something to be proud of, like. We'll do it right, I think. So, well, my version of right, any fucking way. Oh, so, you're going to have to bear with me as I work through this fucking stringy shit. And get this cut down to a taper. It's just more of the same, right? So, I'll keep working this like so. Fucking hell, that's shocking, ain't it? Maybe go a bit of a deeper cut, Ralfy. See how's that? I'm fucking worse. You can't turn the handle on the compound fast enough, that's half the fucking problem, ain't it? You know when you have to do it manually when you're used to using the power feed? I'm sure there's a joke there somewhere, isn't there? Hey ho. Right, my original guesstimation of 15 degrees proved to be a bit erroneous, so I've changed it out to 12 degrees and it's starting to look a lot better. We've not got a whole load to take off at the minute. It's just another cut or so and we'll be there. And then we're over to the, well, we'll flip this round, sorry, clean the other end up, like, trim it to length and face it off and that. And then fucking sparks down there. And then get over to the milling machine. So if I can get this shit out of the way, it should be about coming up on the last cut ratio. Maybe go a bit more. There we go. Oh, lovely juggler. That'll do me. So I'll send this. What I'll actually do, because it's been one of them days and everything's kind of fighting me, what I'll actually do is do this cut and then check that tip out just to make sure. Although the finish actually is satisfactory, so yeah, there we go. No, it's not great actually. I'll check that tip out and maybe give this another skim just to clean it up. That tip's alright actually. Let me just have a clean up. Said it'd be seat to the pants. You know, fuck about. Right. Here we go. Scream if you want to go faster. A quick clean up plaster might not do it. And if it doesn't, then we might look at changing the tip. Either way, you can join me when this tape is finished. Right, here it is. Hold on, zoom me out. We can't fucking spin it. It's red hot. Can't spin it round in the lathe, can we, Ralfy? Because if you taper, you know, face both ends to length. First job on the fucking lathe. That lesson learnt and all that. So what I'm gonna have to do is fucking bring it over to the lathe prematurely, still with this ugly back on it that we're gonna machine off. What do you reckon? We don't have to do that right now, although I'm tempted to. What I'm going to do is actually let it cool down a little bit, yeah? And then I think we'll have some fun skimming it down to size. Righto, you join me over at the mill. I've just touched off on that. It's just touching off. I'm not convinced it's going to fucking do it. I'll tell you now. I don't know where to swap it out for an on out tool. We'll have a go. We'll see what we can do. I need to move you to put a cut on though, so here we go then. So it'll either kill it or cure it, won't it? I've got an 80 thou depth of cut. And let's wait and see if we get fucking fireworks. Come on, baby. Oh, she's happy. Noisy, but happy. I've got everything locked down. And we're in that big fuck off ice, isn't we? So, yeah. Yeah, that's not too shabby at a 2mm cut. The surface area will increase as we cut through it because it'll get wider, like. But I think we can stand that fuck off. We can certainly stand that. So, get that back. And we will repeat. Same again, another 80 thou one. Hold on, bear with. Just undo my knee and wind it up 80 thou. It's 2mm, near as fuck it is to swearing. Lock it off, zero it, cross that out and go 160. We're on 400. So we're nearly halfway there at this. Screw with the old lube. And fucking send it, ain't it? Let's move you around. Loud, but effective. I might have to mute the sound a bit on these clips. Yeah, we'll see. We'll fucking see. There she goes anyway. There we go. There's the chat. To fit in the frame, once we get it cut, we'll machine it to a more accurate size. We ended up taking 40 thou cuts in the end and changing the tips like they were harsh. It was harsh on the fucking tooling. But we're there. Happy days. I'm off home. And we'll see you in the morning. But it'll be next minute for you. Right. Here she is, boys. Ready, you'll remember. All clamped up. And we made, look, 2 sets. So this is for my Dyna. There's headstock for each one for mine. And there's the square to round adapter, that's still warm. I've just finished machining that. I sussed it in the end with that face cutter. It needs a deeper, it needs 60 thou cut, will take nicely. 80 is a bit much, I reckon. 40 is a bit too light, so you get a better finish with a 60 thou cut, which we did on that one. They're just roughed out. We'll machine them properly to size before we fit them. But before we can do that, we need to cut the frame so we can see what size we need. So I am aiming to cut the frame somewhere about here. maybe straight down there. It's going to be hard work with the engine in. And the bottom rails are going to get cut off where this casting is, and we'll see what's going on in there. So I reckon we'll use the grinder as much as we can and then switch over to the hacksaw or something similar. Can you see where I've been? So, there you go. That's had a fucking endstockectomy. And what we're left with is these plugs, look, in the casting. So I'll machine up something that fits in that hole and fits in the frame tube, the new frame tube, a slug. And I'll grind these down, I think, sand them down. There's a weld prep. And clean all the enamel off, obviously. That's good. This one, and now I can clean this up and I can measure what this needs to be for my adapter, and why the top tube's not in the way. I'll box this in. Yeah, so we'll get that sanded off camera. We'll get it sanded up and prep ready. Then we'll make them slugs for the bottom, and then we'll machine that down to fit, and then we can get the headstock on as well. Fucking happy days. Right, I stand corrected. It's dark around here, isn't it? As far as these bottoms go, because my new tube that I'm going to use pretty much fucking drops straight in there. With a bit of a clean up, I'll be in, look. There we go. Straight in there, just like the standard one. So we'll give it a weld around and up to the new headstock, which is setting the clamp. Yeah, ready. I think what I'm going to do next is get this machine down, and mock it up, see where the angle of the dangle and if there's a gap, and fill this in and shit. Yeah. So there's the final thing. Machine down. There's a slight step there, look, because I didn't want this to be too thin, and that works off rather well. I think you'll agree. So that goes in there, backbone goes in there, up to the headstock, which I'll position next. I just want to see about where this needs to come, and we'll be happy days. So there we have the adapter, the top tube, and the headstock. Excuse me, losing my voice a bit. Some of you will be pleased to know. In situ, and we've gone from 30 degrees to 34 degrees, and that gets us just where we need to be, at that 31 inches from the bottom of the headstock to this straight edge off the bench. So that's allowed for the extra forkage by putting a bit more rake in it. Moved it slightly forward at the bottom, because this bit was 12 inches we cut out, and that's now 11 3/4 or just over. So let's move back a little bit at the top and forward a little bit at the front. We've evened it out, and that's that mocked up. So what I'll do now, I'll go ahead, I'll cut a piece of flat to blank that off and weld it in place, and then work out the front rails, I reckon. We'll get the tubes all mocked up before we do any welding. That should be happy days. So jump forward a little bit, look, and we've now got one front rail mocked up. I'll just move this out of the way while I was sorting bits and bobs out, and we've also got a nice little piece that'll drop in there, like, so we'll put it flush with the magnet, like so. Get some tacks on it, and then I think we can get the top tube where it needs to be, get some tacks on it, same with this block, you know, get that in the middle again. And then we just need to emulate this rail on the other side. So I've not bothered showing you me cutting this and grinding and fucking about, marking angles and trimming it up, because it's just cutting and grinding. If that's something that you really want to see, like, I'll be quite happy to film it if it's not going to be fucking boring for you. So I'll show you how I notch tubing. Don't always go right. Sometimes you end up fucking it up, but that's just the nature of it. You know, cut it a bit short or whatever. But let me know in the comments, and I'll show you me making the rails fit as good as they need to fit. Yeah, happy days. Right, so this is take fucking 3, because I've just recorded this and didn't press record. Got both rails in place now, top tube all tacked in, and I think what I'm going to do is weld underneath, weld all of this underneath while I'm here, yeah, and look at putting a bit of inch tubing across for a final brace for the headstock, and then it's a case of weld it up, and Bob's your answer. With that welded up, what I'm thinking, I've been in the parts box in my bends and don't throws aways, and found a nice bit of inch tubing that I might fucking put in there. I might leave it with the bend on, I quite like that. It's either that or imagine it straight. Straight works. So does that. So let's have a look. I'll mitre this end and offer it up and see if we can hit this sweet spot with that. Something like that, I think. You fucking go. That's been my last few days working in the workshop. We will get on next video and finish that electrics box, and then we've got quite a big project coming up, so that'll be happy days, right? It just leaves me as always to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, smash that like button, thumbs up, think about giving me a sub, hit that notification bell, check out all the bump in the description below, and I'll see you on the next one. Big love everyone, see you soon.